Hi, I'm Annie Anderson and I work at the Learning Center at Miles Community College. And I'm going to talk to you about a program today called Montana Career and Information Systems. And some of you may have seen some of this in high school before, but how we use it in college is a little bit different. And if you haven't seen this website before, jump in. Let's find out what's going on. If you're somebody who's not quite sure what the next step is after college, like where am I going to be working? What should I do? How much money am I going to make? Where am I going to live? What college should I transfer next? This might give you some good answers. So I'm going to minimize my face here. This website is called Montana Career and Information Systems. So your website is going to be www.mtcis.intocareers.org. And for now, we're going to use our password and username. So our username is MilesCC, and our password is Plan7ing. And I have that information right below my video. So once you log in, I would really suggest you start your own portfolio. And the reason is because that way you don't have to keep, every time you jump onto this, you have to keep finding the same things, doing the same searches. You just go to your portfolio and all of your stuff is saved. So that's kind of a cool feature. What I help most students with is this assessment. So sometimes those students come in here and they're like, well, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I'm just getting my generals. But really, what does generals mean? Generals means you have to have some kind of an idea at the end of those 2 years. Otherwise, we might not have taken the right sciences or the right maths or the right Englishes and something like that. So I help my students with this one right here. It's called Career Cluster Inventory, and also the interest interest profiler. So if I click on Career Cluster Inventory, it's going to give me 80 things, and don't worry, this is not going to take a long time. Very quick, like what do you like, what do you not like? So if you like to go fishing, maybe you're not quite sure, just keep hitting this. Build a stone path. Sure, I like that. And then when you're done, you hit results, and the results are going to end up looking something like this. So this is mine. Mine has always been very heavy in education and training because I'm a teacher. That's kind of what I do. And my very least ones down here are finance and manufacturing. So chances are I wouldn't want to go into one of those kind of jobs. So after you take this test, you can kind of look at what works best for you. So if you look at education and training, I'm going to click on that. And it's going to give me, of course, different ways I can get to that job. I'm going to hit Pathways. And this way, this is going to give me specific jobs that I could probably look into. I don't have to be a teacher just because I'm going into education. So let's just say I want to be a school counselor. So I click on school counselors. This is going to give me the wages, like how much money I would make as a school counselor, my employment growth, which is a large occupation. I could probably get a job fairly easily, and annual openings are very few. So that means we have a large opening of opportunities in this field, but the turnover isn't quite as high as maybe teachers would have been. So something to think about. But right here is going to be, how do I get to be a school counselor? I have to have a high school diploma. I have to have a bachelor's degree. I need to get a master's degree in counseling or related field, and I need to complete a supervised counseling experience. Now, if that sounds like something that's interesting for you, then you'd think, okay, there's my path. And if it's not something interesting for you, we go back. And you can go back and look at these things over and over and over again. Like I said, I would highly recommend putting in your portfolio, because had I had a portfolio, I would just hit save, and then all the information that I just did with that inventory would be saved. Same thing over here. We did the career cluster inventory. You can also do an interest inventory, and that's going to give you an idea of what you most likely would like to go into. They're not always right. They're not always perfect, but I know myself, and I've been a teacher for almost 24 years. I've gotten teaching and education every single time I've taken this test, which is almost a couple times a year. Okay, so now that we're just going to go back to that teaching and counseling idea, how do I know if that's the place for me? I don't, but I can get another look at this Pathways that might work a little bit better. So here's Pathways, and if I hit career fields, it's going to get this like pie looking, remember like the old Trivial Pursuit type wedges in there. And so if I look at what education is probably going to fall into, it says health or human services right in here. And this is my education and training. If I just click on this pie piece right here, it's going to take that portion and make it a little bit bigger. And these are all the things that I could be doing in this field aside from just teaching and counseling. So maybe I want to look at, maybe some public and government administrations, human services as far as social work or early child development or something along those lines. Law and public safety and security. This probably isn't where I land, but it might be where you land. I'm not quite sure. So if I come back over here, because this is kind of in the bigger idea where I landed, and I'm going to jump into administration and administrative support. So if I look right here, this is going to give me kind of the same page I just showed you from another way to look at it. And interestingly enough, I have been an elementary school teacher, and right now I'm an adult and vocational education instructor. And so if I click on that, and it's going to tell me the same thing again. My range is going to be between $32,000 and $71,000 for wages, how to get that job. So there's two ways to go about that. If you take the assessment first, you're more likely to find the pathway easier than just guessing at it. But you're welcome just to jump over here and look at career fields. Totally fine. Okay, so now that you kind of think about what am I probably really maybe sort of kind of looking at going into, where do I go to school? Who is going to get me that information? So this one over here, the education tab, has got the best thing. It's called School Sort. And I love this one. And I'm going to quickly go through it with you today. And please, if any of this sounds interesting to you, come into the Learning Center and I'd be happy to go over this with you. Or if you just want to try it on your own, that would be fine too. So, School Sort. Remember when I was going to be a counselor, what do I have to get first? I have to get a high school diploma. I already have that. Bachelor's degree, where do I get that? Now, at MCC, we're not going to award bachelor's degrees because we are a 2-year school, so you can get the first 2 years of your bachelor's degree finished here as an associate's degree before we transfer on to the next school. So being here is a perfect opportunity to take a step back and look at, okay, where do I want to go next? So if I'm going to hit undergraduate schools, and I'm going to sort out what I want. Now, I know the career that I'm looking for has a bachelor's degree, so I'm going to hit a bachelor's degree. And I know it also said a master's degree, but we have to get bachelor's first, so let's just take it one step at a time. And if you look down here, let's hit continue, and if you look down here, right here, that means there was over 3,600 schools in the United States that offered higher ed. And if I just wanted bachelor's degrees, it's going to check off all the ones I can't get a bachelor degree on. So right now that leaves me 2,408 schools. That's way too much. I mean, if you had to go through every one of those schools and look at their website and look at their course catalog and everything, it's too much. So we're going to narrow that down a little bit. First of all, I'm going to narrow it down by region. Like, where do I want to go to school? Now, I am originally from South Dakota and I moved to Montana, so I really like this area here. So just for my preference, I'm going to hit the mountain ranges. But, you know, I've always wanted to go to Nevada, so let's hit Nevada too. So here I've got Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and then Nevada is on here as well. I'm going to keep right on going. How do I want my school to look? Small town, rural area, suburban area, urban area. I like small town, so I'm going to hit small town. Again, when you are doing this, you do your own thing. That's why this is such an individualized process. I'm going to hit continue. And how do I feel about admissions? Do I really want admissions that are going to be harder to get into? Anybody's accepted? Kind of up to you. But I want you to take a look right down here. That already went down to 49 schools. So that means in the region, the place that I want to be to have a bachelor's degree, I went from 2,000 some schools down to 49 schools. So now I really could look at all 49 schools, but I kind of want to make it even smaller because I really have got like specific ideas on what I want. So I'm going to say minimally difficult, you know, because my GPA might not be that great. That's fine. So I'm going to hit continue. And right now I'm down to 7 schools. And if this isn't working for you and you're like, oh, I'm going to, you know, try something again, just hit the back button and try it again. That's totally fine. So I'm going to go into education. If I hit my area of study education, and I think that's probably all I'm going to do. Maybe counseling and human services. I'll get both those majors. Then I'm going to hit continue. So right here I still have 7 schools. But I'm going to stick with those 7 schools, but if you wanted to make it even smaller, you could look at school size, type of school, religious affiliation, school classification. Just for this purpose, I'm just going to put no preference for all of this, except I think I'm going to stick with public schools. It seems to be a little cheaper. Continue. I still have my 7 schools. Tuition, how do I feel about that? I'm going to put any amount, not that we're loaded, but just for the sake of looking at things. Now, what about selecting financial aid programs? You can pick a school that offers academic and merit-based scholarship grants, or you can pick one that offers need-based scholarships and grants. I'm going to put no preference because it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to hit continue. Then, if I'm into sports, okay, I really want sports and I'm going to play softball. So if I want women's sports and I want softball. Women's sports, there we go. Softball. Do I want to have it on scholarship? Sure. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Hit continue. So now I'm down to 6 schools that can give me a softball scholarship and elementary or education degree plus human services. And so as you can see, you can keep going on and on and on and on. But right now, just for the sake of time, I'm going to click on those 6 schools. It's going to give me those 6 schools and to see which ones I'd be best suited for. So right here it's telling me that Colorado State University in Pueblo, Dickinson State in North Dakota, University of Jamestown in North Dakota, University of Mary in North Dakota, Mount Marty College, and Northern State University in South Dakota. So I can pick on any of those. Let's pick on Dickinson State. Here's the website. I can go directly to Dickinson State from here and it will tell me what I need to know about jumping into their programs. Now, let's see, they don't have very good, Dickinson State University. So that would be another way to look for schools. I'm going to click out of this and back to this. Or if you want to think, okay, this is not my thing, I do not want to go here, I've completely changed my mind, totally fine, start over and you can do the whole thing over again. If you like what you saw and don't want to make that search again, hit the portfolio, hit save, and then next time it will come up with your exact same information. Okay, so now we know what I'm going to go into, what kind of career cluster I'm looking at. I look what schools I might want to go into. How am I going to pay for this? Eek! So if I go back up here to education, I'm just going to hover over this tab. Over here is financial aid sort. Okay, this is where most of the time is spent with students trying to get scholarships and finding scholarships. So if I don't sort any and I just hit to go, right here there's 3,300 scholarships available right now on this list. Now you might not qualify for all of them, so what we're going to do is we're going to go just through the personal characteristics on what you're looking for a scholarship and who you are a little bit, and this will narrow that big number down to a smaller number, just like they did for schools. So if we didn't want to go through that and we're just looking for Montana scholarships, I'm going to scroll a little bit, so it's going to keep going. And I'm still scrolling. You can see some of these are school specific, so if I went through that sort, I would know this. But if I'm just looking at all these Montana scholarships, good gravy, that's the end of it right there. So now, scholarships that are available to students in Montana, you can break this down into other folders. If I just want ones that are based on academics, like my grade point average, here they are. You get the idea? It's too much. So what we do is we make sure you go through that financial aid sort, and we're going to get the right amount of, making it a little bit smaller. So here we are back to the main page, and I encourage you, if this is something you're interested in, come on in to the Learning Center and I'd be happy to help you with this. In fact, everybody here at the center is able to use this information system, so come on in and we'd love to help you out. If you want to try it on your own, absolutely. The username is MilesCC and the password is Plan7ing. Okay, hope to hear from you soon.